politics as usual. We still don't know what episode we're on.
Actually, I got an answer for you.
All right, what is this episode?
We are, if I'm not mistaken, not counting the like mini episodes we did, we are 2 away from 50.
All right, so we on episode 48.
We on episode 1 AC after cold.
Come on, man. Fee is back from his West Coast sojourn. Ronnie is here. Joe was with us, but Joe was in a car on his way to Vegas and was trying to channel his inner Fee and decide to rock with us.
Hey, man. In the words of a nasty nigga who will not be named, there can only be one me.
I don't even know what that's referencing, but all right.
TP2, man.
Hey,
TP2.
we don't need to say the album name.
Yeah. We don't. Nah.
Like,
Nah.
Relax.
Nah.
Relax. Before we get into what is going to be our topic,
already.
Come on, Chuck. Yeah. Relax, man. Hey, y'all, stop giving that number one overall pick who had his career ruined by Mike and Kobe attention. That man is a Trump supporter. He was talking vile shit about Breonna Taylor. Stop giving that fool any attention. Like, that's trap at first, but stop giving him attention at all. That man is
like that. Like that was like cool for like it's 15 minutes, but let's not bring this into like another week. Like, let's leave it behind.
Like, we don't need to give him any attention or give him any steam into any form of a career because all these right-wing news outlets are waiting on is a former black NBA player to come on there and talk shit. So stop giving that fool attention before they get wind of his political beliefs and start bringing him on, and they got them another coon to parrot their fucking talking points. I know you guys can't resist mess. But leave that motherfucker alone, man. Like, let him fade back into the obscurity from whence he came.
Like, I hope to never hear from him again.
Ever.
Like, I was cool not hearing from Kwame Brown, trash ass. Like, anyway, so, like, I hope to never hear from him again.
Should nobody that average 6 points a game for their career be getting this much attention? That's reason enough. When you got Jason Whitlock coming out and caping for this man, you know it's time to be quiet. Because he's one step away from the Tomato Lorenzos and the Fox Newses of the world contacting that man and having him on weekly, and then y'all being like, I don't understand how this happened because y'all.
He's definitely gonna be on Fox. He's gonna be on Fox Sports soon.
No, I mean news, like
Fox. Fox.
Oh yeah. And every time this shit happens, y'all motherfuckers be like, how did this keep happening? Because y'all motherfuckers let negativity and outrage fuel all y'all's fucking attention and energy for the past decade, and none of you idiots have learned from it yet. Ignore it. A fire needs oxygen to roar. But anyways, Ronnie, I'll let you introduce this. Is that Caden?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, no, he was there.
like not trying to put him out there, but Fee over there focused. I'm not gonna tell you what he focused on, but
hold on. Chuck said since we here, go ahead and get your Hornets bars right quick.
Yeah. Go ahead. You have to. It's imperative.
I mean, I don't know what the fuck to say. Everything that I've said, what was going to happen, it happened. Gordon Hayward got injured after signing a massive contract. Devontae Graham shot us out the fucking playoffs. Now, the only thing I will say is LaMelo Ball and Terry Rozier were both way better than I expected, and so was Miles Bridges. But, I mean, listen, man, Devontae Graham is trash. Mitch Kupchak and the Hornets are fucking stupid. They're going to pay him between $40 and $60 million over 4 seasons to take minutes away from their star attraction because that's what dumb franchises do. And they'll fuck around and overpay for a center who will also be trash, and they'll get swept in the first round at best next year and miss the playoffs again. It is what the fuck it is, man.
Yeah, I could hear the cheeks clapping from here. That game was terrible.
The worst part about it though is the Pacers turned around and got ran the same way.
Right.
Like
exact same way.
Like, what was your point?
MJ is doing all this shit to get swept in the first round. It's like, dog, all you have to do is let Melo develop, let Melo, Miles, and whatever combination of young players you want develop, and do it naturally. You over here trying to pay Gordon Hayward. Like, Gordon Hayward's a good player. Speaking of right wing basketball players, Gordon Hayward is a good player, but that man is not worth $30 million a year. He's not. I'm sorry. He isn't. He got hurt. We all knew he was going to get hurt. Like it happened. It happened. Like I don't know, man. My bars to get off. I'll have more bars to get off if these idiots in August really do ink that bum Devontae Graham to a fucking long-term deal when you clearly don't need him, and you could get Malik Monk for much cheaper, who can do everything Devontae Graham does and score in the lane, and he's not, taking away from your best asset, who is LeBron.
And he's not 36.
Also,
he's not
Devontae
36.
Graham is closer to 30 than everybody be like, nah, he's a good young player. That man will be 27 next season.
That man was at Kansas for like 7 seasons.
He was at Kansas with Perry Ellis.
Dog. Like we joking, but I think he was for real.
Like, no, I really think he was at Kansas
with
Perry Ellis. And Perry Ellis was at Kansas for 32 years. Like, Perry Ellis got to college when he was 27 and had a whole 401k out that bitch. Like, nah, fam. But they're stupid. They'll do it. You have a point guard, but you're going to go pay for a dude who your coach clearly is going to defer to. And the quote I saw on the 2 games leading into the play-in game where they let Devontae Graham get the last shot of regulation both times, and Borrego was like, yeah, right guy, right shot. I trust Devontae with that anytime. The dude shot 35% from the field this year, like 36%.
Mm-hmm.
From the field?
From the field.
Oh,
from the field. Not from 3. From
the field.
There's probably a few other people that I'm going to let take that shot, but I'm not a basketball coach, so
he shouldn't be either. I will say his little exit interview quote sounded like he thinks the end is near for him, which if so, I'm happy about that. But yeah, ain't nothing to get off, man. Lakers are probably gonna win the title. Look like the Warriors finna get their cheeks ran in their house.
Yeah.
They play tonight.
Yeah, they playing right now. Last time I looked, Ja was cooking. Oh, never mind. The Warriors done came back. It's 28-27.
Yeah, Joe said he should tell the people why he shocked
Look,
the
at the beginning of the year, when Russell Westbrook got traded to the Wizards, in our group chat, I said they're not going to the playoffs. I said, as good as Russell Westbrook is, as much as he stuffs the stat sheet, as good as Bradley Beal is, that team is nothing. There's nothing else around them. Like, the only other person I know is Richie Hachimura, is because I use him on my team as a cheap player on the last spot on my bench. That's the only other person I know on that team. And I said they weren't going to playoffs because the East had got much better than what it had been over the past few seasons. So these motherfuckers got in. So yes, I'm shocked that they got in, bro. But it's because the Hornets tanked down the stretch. The Pacers underachieved. Like, the Pacers should have been much better than what they were. Like, them niggas shouldn't have made the playoffs, bro. I
mean, the Hornets went lost 10 of their last 13. That's why they were in the 10th seed. Karis LeVert, his injuries. And Davis Bertans is a pretty good player for Washington. Like he's actually pretty good. But yeah, it was just a race to get swept by Philly anyway.
Yeah.
I got to Westbrook. Like, Westbrook is doing.
No.
Put some respect on Broden name, man.
I like Westbrook. Westbrook does his thing, but if you look at all his teams don't be doing much, even though he's putting up these. Like, I would love to see a win share stat for Russell Westbrook, because he'd be putting up all these stats. They still be losing. Like 2020, that's cool, but you still losing, bro. Like, that's where, like, look at Chris Paul, for instance. Like, Chris Paul is the prime example. The Thunder last year had like a 1% chance to make the playoffs, and they made the playoffs. Like Chris Paul, he comes to your team, you're going to win. You're going to get to the playoffs. Russell Westbrook does not guarantee playoffs coming to your team. He guarantees triple doubles. He guarantees filling the seats, but that don't mean you going to the playoffs. That's why I said that they wasn't going to make the playoffs.
So Russ this season had 3.7 win shares. Chris Paul had 9.2.
About what I expected.
So, yeah.
Also,
let's look at the presumptive rookie of the year's win shares. LaMelo Ball had 2.8. So
why you do that? Like, let me pose a question to y'all. Now that we are presumably nearing the end of Chris Paul's career, like, where is he like on the all-time point guard list? Because I think, even though, I mean, I know people care about the hardware, I think what he's done over the span of his career, like especially these last 2 years where he has lifted up lottery teams and taken them to the playoffs, I mean, he has a pretty impressive resume.
I mean, I think he's probably a top 10 point guard all time.
Yeah.
Oh, no, you're talking about Chris Paul.
Yeah, Chris Paul.
He's definitely the best point guard of his generation. The thing for me with true point guards, and I've said this in our group chat before, is you get past Magic and Isaiah, and the list of teams that have won championships with true point guards is low. You got like 38-year-old Jason Kidd and young Rajon Rondo, and then Rajon Rondo last year wasn't really the starter. Like, teams don't typically win championships with pure point guards, let alone point guards, their best player. Steph Curry, I mean, outside of Isaiah and Magic, like Steph Curry being the caveat there. Like, pure point guards don't win you championships in the NBA. The wings and typically big man or the greatest shooting point guard we've ever seen. We get talking about modern basketball.
Yeah. No, I agree with that.
I don't like, just because when we start getting in the top 10, I'm going to have to nitpick, like, what are your, like, all NBA teams, all-star teams, MVPs, like, then we have to get in the hardware when we start racking and stacking. And the fact that he don't have a title, which is not his fault, because if he would have got traded to the Lakers, they was going to get a chip. Like, so he kind of got screwed because he could have had a chip, but he does not have one. So, like, is he the greatest point guard without one? No, because you still have John Stockton right there. Like, so I don't know, man.
Chuck says Westbrook, Matt Stafford out there. I
don't know. I think it's a little bit disrespectful because at least Westbrook has been to a finals.
Yeah, and like the thing I was gonna say about CP3 is, like, he ain't even been to a conference finals.
Yeah.
Like, that's pretty damning for like not even you ain't been to the, and I know he's been in the West his entire career. Like, yeah, if New Orleans never moves to Charlotte and he goes there, he probably makes a conference finals at some point, especially with that 08 team with Tyson Chandler, David West, aging Peja Stojakovic. And he probably got robbed of an MVP because they looked up and said Kobe not having an MVP is fucked up and Bron's finna run the league. So, they gave Kobe his lifetime achievement one. But I don't know. I mean, I think he might be top 5. He might be top 5 all time. I mean,
yeah, that's why I put him. I don't know where,
but I mean, you start getting to, I mean, the first two Magic. The top 4 is unassailable. Magic, Steph, Isaiah, and Oscar. So then you got to start asking: is Chris Paul better than Jason Kidd? Is he better than Jerry West? If you consider Jerry
Is he better than John Stockton?
John Stockton, yeah. Like, he might be sitting somewhere in that 7-8 range. Honestly, like, when you really look at it. Let's do a little research on this.
But yeah, I think he's done enough to be top 5. And this is coming, like, if you don't know, I'm a Duke fan. I used to hate that nigga. So, like, this is coming from somebody who used to see him, like, just tear up Duke at Wake Forest.
Fan and hating somebody. Like y'all are the people that are hating.
Please. I don't know why.
Grayson Allen.
I mean,
Hell are
I
you talking about?
don't like Grayson Allen.
Like y'all had Coach K running out Grayson Allen, knowing that he was a sack of shit with Ted Cruz's face, and Coach K just kept running him out there. That's why people hate y'all.
That's the thing. Like Grayson Allen is like one of my least favorite players, but people hated JJ Redick for no reason.
I mean, yeah, but he was JJ Redick playing on Duke. Of course, they hated him.
Well, I ain't gonna lie. I know why people hated JJ Redick though.
Y'all had 3 Plumlees out there. Like, come on, man. Y'all was wilding. Like, y'all was out here wilding. Greg Paulus.
Great Syracuse quarterback.
Kyle Singler.
Kyle Singler.
Magic Isaiah, Steph, Stockton,
Yeah,
Paul.
Oscar got to be above Stockton and Paul in my book. I can't put either one of them above the Big O. Like, Big O was putting up numbers. And he got a chip. So let's see. Stockton, 10-time All-Star, All-Star Game MVP, 2-time All-NBA first team, 6-time All-NBA second team, 3-time All-NBA third team. So he had 11 All-NBA teams, 5-time All-Defense second team. And then CP3, 11-time All-Star, All-Star Game MVP, 9-time All-NBA team, 9-time All-NBA defensive team, 7 first, 2 second.
But hold on, before you get off of John Stockton, don't John Stockton, ain't he all-time steals leader and all-time assist leader?
Yeah, like, so the thing, yes, he is. The thing with Stockton is, like, you go to, like, from 88 to 96, the man did not average less than 11 assists. And only one of those, and only in 95, 96 did he average less than 12. This man did 13.8, 13.6, 14.5, 14.2, 13.7, 12, 12.6, 12.3.
And then I think he was like, I would just have to put John Stockton over Chris Paul because he was way more durable than him too. Like,
yes,
Chris Paul, like when Houston, when him and James, they were supposed to go to the finals that year. Like, I truly believe they would have won because Chris Paul, when them niggas was shooting 27 threes, Chris Paul was going to go and get a mid-range bucket. He's not going to be out there like, hey, we missed all these threes. Let's shoot another one. DJ Khaled, is that you? Another one. Like, there's no way in the fourth quarter we shooting 27 threes. Chris Paul would have got them together like, nah, bro, give me this rock. Let me come get this mid-range. But once again, he gets hurt when you need this nigga the most. So I'm going to knock him down for that, like, off the rip. So John Stockton would be over him just because of that.
Yeah, like I said, the 5 spot is really, like, to me, it's a competition of what's your preference between Kid West, Stockton, and Paul. Like, really, I mean, and for Jerry West, I guess it's like, what is he considered? Because I know some lists have him as a 2, some lists have him as a 1.
Yeah.
Like, him and, to me, Iverson is a 2, but, like, those two are kind of, well, okay, so Joe, like, so you're saying Barkley over Draymond. With Oscar Robinson, like, it ain't really, you know, the ring that is, like, the man's stat lines are like his rookie season. The man averaged 30.5 points, 10.1 rebounds, 9.7 assists per game. The next season, 30.8, 12.5, 11.4, 28.3, 10.4, 9.5, 31.4, 9.9, 11.0, 30.4, 9.0, 11.5. Like, he has
this doesn't even sound real.
He was Russell Westbrook before Russell Westbrook.
Yeah.
Like, you get to his 8th season in the league before he averages below 30. Like, the man's career, 26 points, 8 boards, 9.5 assists. Like, the man's numbers are just obscene on almost every level. To me, Curry is. I have Curry as number 2, but some people might put Isaiah over him because of the Finals MVPs. But I have Curry as the second greatest point guard of all time.
Yeah, like, and undoubtedly the greatest shooter of all time. But
yeah. As far
as point guards, like, I won't nitpick too much. Like, but he's like either 2 or 3 depending on how I'm feeling on that day.
Yeah, I like I could argue a case for him being number one just because he single-handedly changed the way basketball is played. This nigga Joe is hilarious.
Come on, Joe.
He single-handedly changed, like, him and LeBron are the most influential players of this generation. LeBron for player movement and Steph for how the game is actually being played right now. So I wouldn't be mad at somebody putting him at number one for single-handedly changing the way the game is played, plus his accomplishments.
The only reason I would probably give it to Magic over him is like the first 3 years of Magic's career, like he played out of position. Like he was running the two. Like Norm Nixon was the Lakers point guard. I mean, and for you to be able to come in game like
and play center, yeah, like
so like this is like
play center in the finals, yeah.
In game 7 of the finals, like so whenever people try to because you know the one thing people love to do when you having the LeBron MJ debate is like they like to throw Kareem out as this kind of big joker, and I'm always like, all right, so I know Kareem probably has the greatest total basketball resume ever when you start talking about college and professional, and the man is one of the greatest players of all time. Like, but if he ain't have Magic or Oscar on his team ain't really win. Like, there's a year in his prime where he missed the playoffs. If you're the greatest player ever in your prime, you shouldn't be missing the playoffs, my boy. But you look at Magic, like even when he was quote unquote running the two, he was still averaging 7, 8, 9 assists per game. It's when he jumps to the point, and I think it's 82 and 83, 10 and a half assists, 13.1, 12.6, 12.6, 12.2. And that 12.6 and 84 and 85, I think the only reason that he didn't lead the league that season, I think, is because of Stockton. Nah, that wasn't because of Stockton. That wasn't because of Stockton.
I don't know. I wouldn't be like Magic for me is always gonna be number one because I like even when I play 2K and come to Twitch TV, you'll see me. I use Magic on my team. He's a mismatch. Like he's a 6'8", 6'9", however tall he is, point guard. Like that causes trouble. Like much more than like say a Steph Curry or Isaiah Thomas, and they get buckets, but. Like I'm having to move somebody out of position to come guard this big ass nigga. Like, if I put a center or a power forward on him, he is way more athletic and he's gonna get past them. Like Magic to me, he's just gonna be number one.
Five chips, 3 finals MVPs, 3 regular season MVPs, 12-time All-Star, 2 All-Star game MVPs, 10 all NBA first teams, led the league in assists 4 times, 2-time steals leader.
Not to mention he's defeated HIV, so that nigga top 5 nigga all time.
He is. He is.
I can't argue that point. Like that shit was supposed to be a death sentence, and he was like, no. We just gonna go. We're gonna go back to Game 7 in my first finals. And
he was like, I'll see y'all All-Star game. It's all good.
Yeah. Steph to me would have to do a lot more to get past Magic,
and not to mention it's
greatness.
It's unfair. It's unfair to Steph, but the first 3-4 years of Steph's career, like you could strike that from the record altogether because he was so hurt that he hardly ever played. So, I mean, he packs a lot in the latter half of his career, but like there was a time where we were like, I don't know about Steph Curry. So
there was a time when when the Warriors were debating on trading him and Monte Ellis because Monte Ellis they made the right choice, but at the time they was really thinking about getting rid of Steph for Monte Ellis.
Yeah, like he played 80 games his first season, 74, then 26. And then that next season, that 2012, 2013, is when he made that jump when he went from 14.7 points per game to 23. And then 24, the first MVP season, then 30, 25, 26. So, yeah, I think, like, Steph could be a better passer if he needed to be, but I mean, Steph impacts the game differently. Like with Magic being able to see over the defense and hit anyone anywhere. With Steph, it's wherever he is. You impact the game when you have probably the most unstoppable offensive force ever, a 7-foot shooting guard on the court with you, and you get doubled 46 times and he gets doubled twice in a 7-game series. Well, a 5-game series, but still, like that's absolutely like he was doubled 10 times per game. KD got doubled twice. It was like, all right, look, we know we can't do nothing with this, but this little dude we can't get because Steph coming down and hitting a 40-foot three and shimmying back to the bench is the scariest thing in basketball.
Yes,
for a defense. Because once he gets that going, it's like, fuck, we can't stop it. We cannot stop it.
Like that momentum is real. Yeah, that momentum is real.
Yeah. All right. So we done NBA. We gonna jump into the other topic.
Yeah. So I was driving to work today. I Covert Coup was released. The mixtape from Currency and Alchemist. It's the 10-year anniversary of that, and I just started thinking about the blog era and the great mixtapes to come out of that, and there were a lot, by the way. So just want to hear y'all's opinion on like some of the best, because mixtape is kind of unfair because they were really albums. So some of the best mixtapes of the blog era. So
yeah, but they were still tapes because them shits ain't end up on streaming platform. Unlike these fucking artists now, who when they don't want the pressure of an album, they'll call some bullshit a mixtape, and we still got to pay for it. Mixtapes was free. That was the whole point of it.
We was getting like top tier content for free.
Top tier content for free. I don't know about best. Best for me is always a loaded term.
Well, memorable, like your go to, or
if some of my favorite ones, Cool Kids Gone Fishing. I love that tape. Some of the joints from the Currency runs.
That
what was that?
The first 8, or maybe 7, whatever the month you like that in itself right there is memorable because he left Young Money and it pretty much launched his career.
Yeah. Yeah, like I'm definitely gonna give some of those. When exactly is the blog era? Like when does it start to, because this will be it kind of is like I would say like what 08 to 2012 ish.
That's exactly what I was gonna say. 08 to 2012.
Okay, so I cannot put, because there was some DJ dramas that was about to get up in here that wasn't gonna be fair. So let me make sure we get the years right. I would say for the Carter 3 sessions, whichever the leaked Carter 3, I think that was a very prominent tape just because of who it was coming from at the time, how polarizing it was, and the fact that major artist had his shit leak out like that. And then it wasn't the album. It wasn't near like that tape versus what we got. It just wasn't the same. I would say How High, that was like two of the biggest superstars from the blog era coming together on one tape and collabing on a classic mixtape. Of course, Cushion OJ.
Yeah. Chuck said Cushion OJ, separate but equal little brother. I love the tape. So Far Gone, More About Nothing.
Yeah, I was gonna say the little brother joints are kind of like just before, because I think Injustice for All was the last one, and that was 07. Separate but equal was 06. So it kind of a little bit before, but I mean still in there. Obviously you got to do the big one. So Far Gone to warm up. More About Nothing.
Crit was here. And even though I know you like,
you know how I feel about Crit.
You can take it or leave it, but Crit was here. It was
the second one
like
too.
Monumental. Yes.
Another one. What was the Lupe joint? The one he dropped on Thanksgiving. The one that had Thank You.
Oh, Enemy of the State.
Enemy of the State. That's another one for me. I love that tape. Shit.
I'm sure it's people we missing because I'm trying to think who was okay. Mac Miller, Macadelic.
Yeah, Kool-Aid. Which one? Kool-Aid and Kids. It was Kids that had Kool-Aid and frozen pizza. Yeah, I really like Kids. Yep. So I was going to mention something last week when we were talking about like blog era rappers, because I was going to say that I think the problem with in particular, like Cole and a lot of his peers at the time, they dropped so much content for free that they have nothing to talk about when they drop studio albums. And the person I'm talking about, like who is like analogous to Cole, is what I think if he would have stopped like after this is like one of the best catalogs of all time. 25th Hour, Future Street Drug Sounds, Best After Bobby, From West Side with Love, the original Dom Kennedy, and Yellow Album. Like six straight fire mixtapes. 6 straight fire mixtapes.
The Yellow Album is literally like
the Yellow Album is.
That's like when the summer is about to start off. Like that should be played at Memorial Day at a barbecue. Like we about to start the summer off with the Yellow Album. And that same way I feel about Kush and OJ. Like them two are just like two mixtapes that is gonna start the summer. Like it's summertime now. This is summertime music right here.
Yeah, I think to me like the most interesting thing about like even just getting into like the whole mixtape thing in general is like you really got like 2-3 eras of it. You got like the heavy DJ mixtapes of like the late 90s, early 2000s, DJ Clue, DJ Envy, Cutmaster C, all them niggas.
I'm laughing at Chuck. Hold up. I'm laughing at Chuck's comments. Yeah, he did. Yeah.
And then you kind of get to the mid 2000s when you had like artists that couldn't break through at a label, so they started dropping tapes. The Little Brothers, the Lupes of the world, a certain podcaster that I will not mention. You had those, and then that kind of leads, and then of course 50, what he was doing with his just he might 50
and Dipset, because Dipset was doing a lot too.
Might have like pioneered the street album. We gonna drop some original music, not just us rapping over other people's shit. We gonna drop some, because to me that set the stage for the blog area. Obviously, you have like the children of Lupe, you know, the Cool Kids, Diggy, all them cats that was in the All City Chess Club. But like to me, the blog era was kind of like the end of that. Like that was really like, but before like you had like Two Dope Boys and all them sites like go commercial when, you know, it started being paid placements and shit. Like, I don't know. I guess for me, I'm trying to think of like what was my favorite era. I think it might be the middle of that.
Yeah. Okay.
I think from 08 to probably like 14. That's probably like my favorite. Like, well, maybe I don't know, because I like a lot of DJ Drama shit was. Like I was gonna say Trap or Die, because
yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, because that falls in that era. Because like people was going to DJ Drama for unofficial street albums, basically. Like he kind of took what DJ Clue and them was doing, but was like, all right, we're gonna do this for one artist. And not to say he pioneered it, but you know, he made it like a thing. Like I think I enjoyed that era more just because, you know, you get the Fahrenheit's in that run, you get a lot of the DJ Drama joints. Another one I forgot to mention from the blog era, Asher Roth, the Greenhouse.
Yeah. But yeah, I just you saying that made me think about, you know, Young Run and a 2X Tall T. The first time I heard the Stay Strapped beat, but no, the ASAP beat.
The ASAP beat, yeah.
But it was Jeezy over it, said Stay Strapped. I was like, can't believe this is happening. So yeah, that entire Gangsta Grills era was like crazy,
yo, I was about to say, because like Down with the King, that T.I. mixtape where he's like riding on Flip for a whole hour, like
yes,
that's a phenomenal. And then he follows it up with Urban Legend, still riding on this man for another hour. Like, how do you have so much to say and it's so fire about somebody? Like DJ Drama don't get a lot of, like, as much love as DJ Khaled gets. Like DJ Drama doesn't get the love because he literally paved the way for DJ Khaled to be doing what he does. He just didn't do it. Like his album that DJ Drama put out, it just wasn't as good as Khaled's albums that he puts out.
And he hasn't pivoted well like into the streaming era. You know, it hasn't happened. Like he peaked too soon before that.
Like Toward B-side is like really
like he put out his best shit.
Okay, I'll come check it out.
Then you get you pivot into like Khaled, who just like, oh, I'm gonna take the same formula, but I'm gonna do it on albums. And I mean, Drama's dropped he's been with artists dropping tapes since then. It just don't have the same effect because like with Nicki dropping, Beat Me Up Scotty on streaming platforms and they're doing 80K, and it's like, yo, it's not like this shit was an unreleased project. You could have went and got it on Datpiff, but people act like pivoting from their streaming app to go to the Datpiff app and listen to this damn mixtape, or God forbid, downloading it. And if you have an iPhone, using iPhone's Match to share your goddamn playlist from any Apple device that you have. People act like that is such a hard thing because they don't want to come out of their streaming apps at all. And that to me is why DJ Drama hasn't been able to.
I'm not gonna hate on Khaled because Khaled was like literally in the trenches before Wayne was as big as he was. Like Khaled was right there, like with the father like
Squad,
like father like son mixtape too. Like Khaled, he really got it out the trenches. So I'm not gonna hate on that man.
Yeah, like he was back running with Terror Squad. Like he was DJing. He was there with Fat Joe and Remy Ma before she got like.
He's also randomly in Shot Us. Like.
Yeah. Oh yeah, he is in there. Yeah, and then I guess you could say was it Ace Hood his artist? Yeah, or was that DJ Drama? Like Ace Hood. Like I don't know. Khaled kind of put like Florida people on the forefront. Like he was Rick Ross. Like Khaled's first. What is it? We Are the Best. I think that was the first.
Yeah, the first We Are the Best is cool. Yeah.
Yeah, we taking over.
And I'm so hood.
Brown paper bag. Yeah, I'm so hood. Like Khaled.
But yeah, I want to go back to this because I have an embarrassing admission. Like one of the most fire Gangsta Grill mixtapes, Willie the Kid, the Fly mixtape.
I've never heard of this.
Willie the Kid, he can really.
So Willie the Kid, if I'm not mistaken, he's another person you probably gonna be like, who the hell is this? LA the Dark Man. I think that's his little brother.
I know who that is.
so Willie
the Dark Man.
Yeah, so Willie the Kid used to rap on like all these Gangsta Grill albums, and he decided to release a mixtape on his own. But The Fly is really damn good. Like he's really rapping on there. Like it's actually really good.
If you had a DJ Drama tape, Willie the Kid was getting a verse on your tape, whether or not. He was on there. He was on there.
Like you would get a Don Cannon beat, and you would get a Willie the Kid guest verse. Like yes,
steps back.
Hey, Willie the Kid is there. Dark Man is not too far behind. I'm telling you.
Yeah.
I don't know why I laughed when I heard LA the Dark Man, but I remember like somebody used to always talk about him. And I'm like, what the fuck is LA? Like every time I hear him, I think of Darkwing Duck. Like I don't know why, but every time I hear LA the Dark Man's name, I think of Darkwing Duck for some strange reason. You know who also had like a fairly decent, if not short, DJ Drama tape? Childish Gambino. Stone Mountain.
Who has
He dropped it the same time as Kawhi. He put Kawhi on streaming platforms, and then Stone Mountain was just put on the internet.
Forgot all about Stone Mountain.
He starts off rapping over Southern Hospitality by Luda, and then he ends on Go DJ.
Okay, yeah, I forgot all about that.
Yeah, man, the Datpiff app is still out there, man. It's still around. It's still you might have to listen to an ad on there. But the Datpiff app is still there, baby.
Yeah. I was listening to Datpiff like last weekend because the episode that we were talking about, like the Squad Up tapes.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, let me go to Datpiff.
You want to hear and speaking of like the tail end of the blog era, you also started getting like R&B dudes getting their shit off on mixtapes.
Mm-hmm.
Like Trey Songz. Trey Songz has several.
Well, I was talking about Frank Ocean and The Weeknd.
Oh, okay.
Getting off Nostalgia Ultra and
House of Trilogy, House of Balloons.
Oh,
Thursday.
Man, House of Balloons dropped. That was an event.
I can't listen to House of Balloons, man. The first, I don't know what it is, but like the first song on that joint, I tried listening and I felt dirty. Like I felt like it makes you feel go shower. Like there's something about the soundscape and his voice. I was like, yo, this if I felt cringy listening.
Nah,
I'm like, I should be, and I thought I was tripping. So a coworker of mine, her brother I worked at Academy Sports, and her brother was one of the dudes that built bikes in the back. He had like just got home from a bid, and so he was building bikes in the back, and he like, hey man, I need some new shit to listen to. He was like, just burn me like whatever everybody talking about like on the internet. I was like, all right, sure. So I burnt him Nostalgia Ultra and House of Balloons, and he came in the next day. He said, dog, what the fuck is that House of Balloons shit, man? He was like, I had to go shower after I listened to that. I said, dog, I thought I was tripping. Like everybody else is raving about this shit, and I'm listening to it like, bro, what the fuck is this? This don't feel right. I don't feel like I should be listening to this.
Bro, that's crazy. I love that whole. Well, Thursday is okay, but Echoes of Silence, like Echoes of Silence, is like the fucking one right there.
Yeah, but all right. So did everybody get a list of the ones they love from the blog era? I know we veered off into like all the.
Well, we're not really a list. Just wanted to like just toss out a few.
I don't, because I would take probably all of from Currency's run, because that was just, oh man, Rich Boy Bigger Than the Mayor, because that was heat rock right there. That was heat rock.
Yes.
Like Gucci Man, Burprint 3 was fire.
We're missing a big one. I'm surprised Chuck hasn't said it yet.
What's that?
Hold on, what are we missing?
Acid Rap.
Okay. No, I actually like.
And
I actually
Internet
really,
Tape.
yeah. I actually really liked Acid Rap. Like, I'm not even.
Yeah, no, so did
like I know. Yeah. Like,
because Chance the Rapper.
Yeah, because he found his lane like perfectly. Like, I listened to 10 Day, and I was like, okay, 10 Day is cool. Like, I really I like some of the stuff he did on 10 Day, but Acid Rap is like the best version. And he wasn't doing that little bullshit he does now. Like, he was actually like getting off some bars on Acid Rap. So yeah, he found his niche, and I don't know what the hell happened after that.
Acid Rap is 2013, Chuck, so it's kind of still in there. Like I still consider it in that.
Yeah.
In that time, like that was like the tail end of it.
Mm-hmm.
Like when you, because I can't think of a mixtape that I truly enjoy. Like a true, I can't think of a true mixtape like post 2014.
Nah.
I can't think of a mixtape for real. Like Gambino Stone Mountain is probably the last one that I like went and downloaded. I can't think of a mixtape like post 2014, because that's when you get like heavy into the streaming era.
Yeah. Oh, there's one in 2014 that I actually really liked, and it's funny. Well, it came out in 2015 actually. And dude said that he doesn't even rap anymore because he's still eating off this album. Like, he put it on SoundCloud and he charged people for it. It was a rapper by the name of Jazz Cartier, and and the album is called Marauding in Paradise. So it's like rich nigga raps, but he's rapping about like luxury brands and stuff. But it's actually like really cool. And he said like, yeah, after I dropped that tape, I just stopped rapping because I'm still eating off that tape today. Like, he released the interview like last year talking about it. So yeah, that was good. But like you said, that's when we started to transition into the streaming era. And those samples and shit ain't getting cleared on Spotify, so you can forget about that. So yeah, that's when that started to taper off.
I'm bullshitting. Sink or Swim, because that wasn't on streaming when we found it.
Yeah. Okay.
Sink or Swim was a mixtape. Sean Smith. So that's probably like the last. But like, yeah, from an established artist, you're not really getting like mixtapes for real no more, because they can take the resources they were gonna put into a quote unquote mixtape and just drop a little short EP. Okay,
so based off Chuck's comment, I'm gonna assign both of y'all some homework. Like, when we're done with this, go listen to this mixtape by Kimba X and Alex Wiley called "Can I Borrow $1?" and tell me that, like, because I thought these dudes were up next. Like, I thought these dudes were up next when I heard this tape, because they were like teenagers when they dropped this tape. But when I'm talking about like bars, like they are like really rapping, I was like, nah, these dudes up next. And I don't know what happened, but yeah, so shout out to Chuck for bringing up Alex Wiley.
What is this shit on? Is it on Datpiff or is it SoundCloud?
Hold on. Yeah, it's on. I'll send it to you, but yeah, it's like it's a phenomenal tape. It's only
What's
like
it called?
Can I borrow $1
Oh, yeah, ain't
by
nobody.
Alex Wiley and Kimbe X. It's an ode to Common's debut album
Oh,
because they're
it's on Bandcamp. All right.
yeah because they're from the Shy, so it's a ode to that. But nah, they were really rapping on there.
Okay. Yeah, like I still think mixtapes can be viable for if you are an under known artist. Like I think you can probably still get a mixtape off. Again, the problem is getting people to listen to something that's not on streaming because people act like it is such a chore to go to another app and listen to music. It is mind-boggling for me.
People want you to like just drop it in their lap, and I don't know.
You know what's so crazy though? Like a lot of these the younger artists, like A Boogie, Lil TJ, like people in that class, a lot of them blow up off of SoundCloud now. Like I don't know how they get people to go and listen to them, but they blew up basically off of SoundCloud.
I mean now it's harder to do all because SoundCloud gonna add you to death because a lot of people don't they don't listen to their music on Sound and they're not paying for the premium service, so you gonna listen to a song and hear like a minute worth of ads before you can skip to the next month. The next motherfucker on here. Like SoundCloud is ridiculous with the motherfucking ads. I mean, I found now, like, I know this is true among instrumentalists at the very least, because you know, one of the Twitch communities I'm in is my piano teacher, and he has a bunch of producers and students. But I know a lot of people now, they just put their shit up on Bandcamp because you can listen to it, and a lot of them just do a pay what you want for to download it. But yeah, the mixtape was a great time. Like one of the main reasons I would love to see streaming just destroyed is to bring back the fucking mixtape. Like artists had the world at their fucking fingertips, and they all pivoted hard into the streaming shit. Like I retweeted a meme earlier where it said, Spotify, like, congrats on getting 17,000 streams on your song, and it was a
penny,
a piece of a penny. Like you not even like. You could have got more off that just off of dropping your shit for free and getting some buzz and doing some shows. Like
people like Nipsey Hussle, who was smart when he had the I want to say it was mailbox money when he was like I think charging maybe like $100 or $1,000 to get the CD.
Yeah. I mean, it's like we were this fucking close to getting the Wild Wild West for music, and then fucking Spotify happened. Bastards. Like shit was great, man. You can get on Rap Godfathers and get any motherfucking thing.
Oh man.
Boy, Rap Godfather used to have it about 2 days early too. So
2 days early.
And even then, with Rap Godfathers, we would download it, and if it was fire, we would go buy it. But if it was trash, then we just wouldn't go buy it. Yeah, because we're not gonna buy this. But
yeah. Because you might not have a complete version, or it might be something a little bit different on you. Like, oh, nah, I need this joint. Like, because that's what I use streaming for. Like, I'll listen to a project, and if I like it, I turn around and buy it because I curate my own playlist, and it's music that ain't on streaming services. Like, if I want something with Cocaine 80s on it, then I need to make my own playlist, and I'm not going to add the shit from Apple Music. I'm gonna just go because I finally got rid of Tidal and jumped on the Apple Music. But I'm not finna go add the shit. Like I like owning all my music, and I like having my own shit because I have versions of songs that ain't on streaming services. It might have been a sample that didn't get cleared, but the demo leaked and we got that motherfucker. So I like that version more than the one that's on, you know, the fucking streaming sites.
Yeah, because the real ones know that the original version, or maybe it was the pirated version of Half No Fury. In between, we got it for cheap, and Mom, I'm so sorry. There was a clip of Samuel L. Jackson's speech from Pulp Fiction where he's reciting the Ezekiel Bible verse, and then it would lead right into Mom, I'm so sorry. That was so fire, and you don't get stuff like that no more. Like either you got it or you don't anymore. So it's missing out on a lot of stuff.
I love the variation between different albums. Like if you bought it at Target, it would be a different version than if it was on iTunes, and if you bought it at Best Buy, then if you got it at Circuit City, Japan might have a different version. Like it was dope to go get online. And like I think that's why people treat music like it's here today, gone tomorrow, because there's no effort in getting it anymore. It's just like with the internet, we got the summation of the world's knowledge for the most part in our fucking phones, and people are dumber than they've ever been because there's no effort in getting the knowledge. You take for granted the fact that the knowledge is there. Like, man, when we was getting shit off LimeWire, you had to worry about if you was gonna get a Bill Clinton speech in the version of the song. Bill Clinton,
or get you a porno clip.
Yeah.
Or a virus, or any like it was a bunch of shit that could, but you was taking that chance because you wanted that motherfucking song. And even going on Rap Godfather, you had to go like searching for shit. Like I'll never forget, I could the album I could not find during like the internet era was Section 8. Like I got told about it, and I'm like on Rap Godfathers trying to find it, and I'm like on Twitter like, yo, who can give me a download for the Section 80 joint? And no one could get it. So I finally went on YouTube and listened to High Power, and I was like, you know what? I'm buying this shit. Because the song I heard is fire, and you motherfuckers have managed to not have a single copy of this motherfucker uploaded on the internet where I can access it. So this shit gotta be fucking fire. But yeah, I will always be anti-streaming just because of the simple fact that the music was so much better because after all that effort of downloading that fucking CD, you was gonna listen to that shit multiple motherfucking times. And if you spent your hard-earned money on it, you was gonna listen to that motherfucker multiple times. You was gonna be in the car letting that CD ride. I was listening to Food and Liquor earlier, and I realized when you get to the end of my version, because I didn't buy it digital, I bought the CD. When you get to what it do, the CD starts scratching. So like when Lupe comes on, like leave me, like you saw me on T, and I just let it ride. Yeah. That's the version of the song that I know, because that's the motherfucker the one that I had.
Yeah, Joe, right? You was gonna get got at least once. At least once you're gonna get a virus.
You definitely was. You definitely was. Yeah, man. Shout out to the blog era, man. Some great fucking music. If you would never listen to that shit, I'm begging for them to upload that shit and take your ass on Datpiff, man. And Rap.
Live Mixtapes has an app. Datpiff. Like there's plenty of places you can go, man.
Yeah, because what? Oh, go ahead.
No, go ahead, Ron.
I was about to say because what I do now is I have a external hard drive. I just fill it up with stuff from Datpiff and Live Mixtapes that I used to listen to, and whenever I'm in the mood, I just pop it into my laptop, play it like I normally would. So I mean, we've lost a bit of that era, but I mean, it's still out there. You can still recover it.
No, you still can. I'll download it to my computer and then manually drag it to my iTunes, and then it'll be on your Apple Music. Like I have all my stuff.
Mans don't use iTunes though. I don't use iTunes.
Oh no, I just use it specifically for that purpose, to get my music onto my phone, like for the mixtape stuff that I want.
And even if you don't want to use Apple Music, just turn on iTunes Match in your iTunes, and any device that has iTunes on it, you can listen to your same playlist of music. It's just like Google Music was with Google.
Yeah. Oh man, I miss Google Music so much.
Rest in peace to Google Music. Probably one of the great. That if people had known about that, because almost everybody had a fucking Gmail account at that point.
Yeah.
If people had known about that, and Google had marketed that shit better, they might have had a chance to. We might have had a chance to combat streaming with that app, because that's really what it was. Is people was like, well, I don't have enough space on my phones for this shit, and I'm like, well, my nigga, I got my whole music in the fucking cloud. As long as I got an internet connection, I can listen to this shit.
Yes,
it'll be straight.
Like I don't know why Google can't, articulate what their products are actually for, because Google Music was fantastic.
Even Google Plus was actually a great idea of a social network site. Mm-hmm. They just botched the fucking rollout.
Yep.
I was so hyped with Google Music. I got an invite from Jamel Hill somehow. I answered some trivia question on her page. She sent me an invite to that. So I'm like, yo, I can determine who sees what the fuck I post. And this is like when I was wilding on social media. I'm like, oh, this is fucking great. I talk about eating ass on this shit, and my coworkers and family can't see. This is phenomenal. came around, nigga, I had all my fucking mixtapes, all my playlists. It's synced with my iTunes playlist that was on my laptop. That shit was, and Google just fucks everything up.
Mm-hmm.
They could have had Hangouts popping when this pandemic shit hit. Nah, they wanted to transition to Duo. Now they want to transition to YouTube music. Don't nobody want to use YouTube music. I'll download an ad blocker before I pay anything to use YouTube. I refuse. Bar exam series, yeah.
The Nas is like freestyle, was pretty fun.
The nigger tape.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
That was.
Go ahead.
No, I won't say that was actually fire too. That was. Yeah, I think I was in Japan when that dropped. Yeah, that was right in the midst of the fucking. The blog series. I know you don't like the nigga, but Big Sean, Finally Famous 3. That was another big one off of
That was actually really good. Like I can't front. That was actually really good.
I like I told you. I remember when was you home from Japan or Montana when you was trying to get me to listen to that?
Probably Montana.
Oh, I think that was the same time. What was that? 09? Was that Thanksgiving you came home in 09?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And I was just like, nigga, I'm not listening to nobody named Big Sean. I just knew. I thought your man Smino was dropping the album today. I thought we was finna have to listen to that.
Oh, he just dropped it. I forgot all about it. He just dropped a track today or something.
Yeah, it was a single.
I thought it was the whole ass album.
Yeah, I was saying I'll listen to that shit later.
You're not gonna listen to it.
I mean, if it's for the sake of this show, I will. Look, Fee can resuscitate patients live on air. Joe was willing to get in the car, driving to Vegas and do the show. Joe listened to the lot and hated it. I ain't got no problem listening to Smino if it's for the show.
Mm-hmm.
I don't got no issue with that.
That was actually fire too, because I stumbled across Jay Electronica's mixtape in like a comments thread. Like somebody was like, yeah, but then they're gonna be better than Jay Electronica. And then somebody was like, who the hell is Jay Electronica? And then they posted like it was like a file sharing program that like predates like Dropbox. Somebody posted a link to that. I clicked on it. It was only like 6 tracks. This nigga's rapping over like damn Eternal Sunshine for the Spotless Mind beats. And I was like, this is actually really fire. But no, fuck Jay Electronica though.
Man, I used to put up so many songs on like Hulk Share, Z Share, all them fucking old ass. I hope them shits are down. I don't need nobody discovering them shit. He had a mixtape up on Datpiff once upon a time.
What was your name, Fee?
I think that nigga froze.
Oh, okay. Guys, so we gonna have to find it and like go through it on the show. Like bar for bar.
He just he was on his like braggadocious rap shit. I know the name of it. I scrolled past it in my iTunes a few minutes ago.
Kid named I forgot all about a kid named Cuddy.
Wasn't that pre-Kanye jacking his whole steez for 808s?
Yeah.
Damn, man.
Yeah. A kid named Cuddy was a major time in my life because I was like a huge like MGMT fan or wherever the group or is in management, whatever. But Electric Field. So and Cuddy was like kind of on Estes, and I was like the nigga in the bar wearing like blue jean jackets back then. So like that was really. Like when a kid named Cuddy dropped like Heaven at Night, man, that shit used to go in.
I tried when I was because I just like got into a band and was doing the band thing at the end of the blog era, and me and my band's drummer, we tried to convince like the rest of the band, like, yo, we need to do a mixtape of us, because like the initial band before it turned into the one that actually ended up performing, it was like we we were gonna do covers, but like for songs that didn't have rap verses on them, I was just gonna write raps. And I was like, y'all, we're just doing a live mixtape. Like, why don't we go? Like, we had a version of This Love by Maroon 5. I was like, yo, let's go take that into a studio and record that. And I just put raps on it, and our singer sings, and we make it our own version, and like put that out, and that shit would be hot. And it was like, I don't know if that would work. And I'm like, non-internet using mother.
You had the vision.
I definitely did, because I was like, yo, this should be like, if the internet, like, oh, there's this band they got a rapper and they're like taking versions of pop songs and I had a rap verse to "Sex Is on Fire" by Kings of Leon. Oh,
you would have did numbers.
Yeah, Katy Perry song. I rewrote Kanye's verses because I ain't like them shits. I was even finna put a rap verse on Journey's "Don't Stop Believing."
Okay,
our singer wanted to do that one, and I was like,
out of that.
I was like, hey, I'll put a rap verse on that fucking with the witness, my nigga. I don't care. Like, that was like, so you'll just write a rap or whatever. I said yes.
Nigga dropping bars over Chicago's Saturday in the Park and shit. Like
whatever it takes, goddammit. Like, cause it was good practice, because whenever I would go to a show in Birmingham, and if they wanted somebody to do a rap thing, I was like the only legit rapper that like would fuck with the rock and roll side of like Birmingham. So that shit was easy as fuck. I went to one show when they were like, we were like kind of just starting to do our thing, and it was the mentors of the dudes who I formed the band with, and they were like, it was like, yo, he's got some crazy verses over Backstreet Boys, I Want It That Way. And they were like, what? It was like, oh, can you come up at the start of the second set and do that? I was like, yeah. Did it, and they was like, dog, that shit is fucking crazy. It's like, yeah. I was like, we was planning on rolling that out at the show, but fuck it. And then when we transitioned it into the other band, every time we did that, every white sorority girl in the bar would run to the front of the fucking bar. That was like when people was sleeping, like ignoring our original shit. Was like, all right, do I Want It That Way? I Want It That Way and Ride With Me was the two cover joints that we would do to wake the bar up, quote unquote, because white people love Nelly's Ride With Me too.
Oh, they love it.
Love the hell out of that one. But don't and like if we didn't do one, it was the other. Like, all right, they sleep, ride with me, let's go. As soon as our guitarists would do that open the riff, white people would, and we did Gold Digger, but I was uncomfortable with all them niggas in saying nigga a bunch of times. Because I'm like, if I look in the crowd and see some white person saying, I don't know if I'm gonna just be able to. Oh, there he is.
Bro, my laptop literally booted me off the internet. Every other device in here is running fine, so I just came back in my phone because I just ain't want to leave y'all like that.
I mean, I was stalling, but I was going to. Did you hear what I said before you dropped out?
No, what'd you say?
I said Fee has a mixtape on Datpiff.
Oh, Money Talk shit, man.
Yeah, so we go review your mixtape on the next episode. So we need a link for it.
Don't review them old ass bars, man. Leave that where it's at, man.
Like I said, I have it in my iTunes. I scroll by it. That's what made me Money Talks. Yep. The intro, Money Talks, 24s, Crushing, I'm Still Fly, Nasty Song, You Mad High, Down, We Will, Shoddy, I Stay On, Super Cool, Look Again.
Hold on, let me go to Datpiff for real quick.
It was a wild time in Montana when that was being recorded.
I'm just mad at the terrible Photoshop on the album cover. You was better than that.
What?
That looked like a old
no limit cover.
Oh man, I definitely gotta find this. Hold on,
Joe. No, you didn't. I don't even know what tape are you talking about? That wasn't Cloud 9. And none of these tapes are on the internet, by the way, so y'all can go searching for them. Y'all won't find them.
So Money Talks ain't on the internet no more?
No. Money Talks is. I'm talking about the one that Joe's, any of my stuff. Joe must be referencing.
You talking about Cloud 9?
Hey, P, what's your name? Trio Boy?
Nah.
Okay. It was a group. It was him. It was him. What'd you say?
If you search under Feet Fresh, it's under there. It should.
Okay.
It should pull up me. You gonna see
I'm gonna be in some bathing ape in a cloud kicker.
Hold on.
Joe, the tape you're referencing is Outskirts of Heaven, and you was not killing because that was intended to be a group mixtape, and that shit fell apart. We was trying to get our slaughterhouse on.
All right, here we go. We need to close this one.
That's definitely not me. No, Joe was calling it Cloud 9 because the group name was Cloud 10.
Oh, okay.
And the tape was called Outskirts of Heaven. But that shit ain't on the internet nowhere. Do I even have that on my... Is that shit even in my iTunes? No, it's not. The songs are, but the tape itself isn't.
Yeah, we definitely.
Brain Freeze was not on Cloud 9. That was one of Fee's joints that we did, and you didn't kill me on there. You definitely didn't kill me on I'm So Fly. That didn't happen. So we can just stop that narrative. You've caught me on a couple songs in our respective rapping careers. Hey, I'm gonna let
wait.
Listen, Chuck. Finding out Chuck had bars was it shouldn't have been shocking, but he don't like talk about. But Chuck got bars.
Yeah,
like Chuck has bars, like legit bars. Like he has bars. Lee has crazy bars. Yeah, and Joe got bars too. Like I but no, Joe, you did not kill me on Brain Freeze, man. that didn't happen. Listen, man, our crew will do like a posse cut every once in a while just to see who has the best verses. Chuck said he putting the tape out in the next couple years. Got to remind people.
Shit. Hold on.
Oh shit, my bad. But I was sitting there talking the whole time. AJ, I do have a tape called Cloud 9. It got deleted off of Datpiff because I was trying to view my stream, so they booted me off of there and canceled my whole profile off of there. But Brain Freeze is on Cloud 9. I have a copy of it on my phone. I listen to it occasionally.
But hey, who is DJ Screw Jr.?
Man, this dude, I like chopping screw, so he chopped and screwed it, but I hate the way he made it sound, so I don't ever listen to that.
Wait, Chuck has a posse cut with Lee on it? Who is that? Is that you, Lee, D-Gut, and LJ? Is that who that is? Or did B Will make a surprise appearance on it? Because B Will has bars too.
What? I know he like can produce because he like made some beats for our podcast, but like that's I can't picture B Will
because B Will is the most.
Yeah, I went to Costco today.
The most vanilla, washed up, suburban old man. Yup, Chuck says, "Yep, they're on there." So, yep, I knew it. I fucking knew it. Chuck is on a LJ produced beat with D-Gut on Gone. That samples Gone by NSYNC. And I was like,
oh, I gotta hear that.
I heard it. I was like, the fuck? I was like, is that Chuck? I said it to Chuck. I was like, is that you on the second verse? He was like, yep. I was like, oh. Hey, yes, we do have to get B Will to break down his rap career, mostly because the man's rap name is one of the wildest rap names I've ever heard.
Wait, what?
I won't say. I'll let him say it on air. I'll tell y'all like when we get off air. But like his PlayStation PSN name is a short version of it, and I was like, "Yo, dog, what the fuck does this mean?" And then he told me. I was like, "What the fuck does that mean?" As a matter of fact, this just reminded me I owe B Will a verse. He sent me a beat like 5 years ago and asked me to put a verse on it, and I was in the middle of some hectic personal shit, so I never did it. But I do owe B Will a verse.
Hey, speaking of verses and beat, when you had that Mac, when I was starting to record Fresh Prince, do you still have them beats? I lost all the raps. I really just want the beats again because I really don't know. That was gonna be my greatest fucking project. I was like, I feel like Lloyd Banks. Like I just left that shit somewhere, and I don't know. I don't know where the raps went. Like
not unless you got that because you was loading all your shit off the external hard drive.
Oh yeah, that shit long gone. Damn.
Yeah, because I remember like you had that shit plugged up. It was in the dining room at Mom's old house. Hey, nah, B Will did have some fire ass beats on that project, like that is never coming out. But like, he gave me access to his Dropbox folder, and it's some fire ass beat. There's a sample of Common on They Say that is on there.
That was one thing when I was rapping that I never had that I wanted was like an in-house producer, like. Because nobody could make beats that I hung around, and I tried to make beats. I don't have the patience to make beats.
Nigga, we had one. You just didn't like the kind of beats he made. Well, I had one.
Who? Black Jag?
Yeah, DJ.
No, he was. I mean, he was cool, but that's not. I'm not rapping about the like the raps that I'm gonna put on his beats don't deserve to be on them beats. Like I'm not getting introspective. I'm getting
that
superficial.
Man was making Pete Rock, Justice League, beautiful ass.
I'm not about to be rapping about getting head at the red light over these beats because that's what I'm coming with. So nah,
man, I'm so mad that he's like a Hotep Black Israelite now because that man has so much. Like I shit you not, right? So he's not really our cousin, but he's my cousin's first cousin, my first cousin's first cousin on the other side of his family, and he linked us up in like 2007, and he just sent me this one beat. And I heard it, and I was like, yo, I need this. And man, that nigga don't know. He's never had a keyboard. He uses like the keyboard with the musical typing and Fruity Loops, and just chops samples and plays everything by ear. And it's some of the most amazing beats that you will have ever heard.
Nah, yeah,
this man don't
definitely fire.
He don't even have internet in his house. He bounces these shit. He offloads them to his phone and then plays them in the car to ear test them, then goes back to mix them and then emails them to people off of his phone. Man don't even have internet in his crib.
Okay.
It's the most amazing shit ever. Like he popped up at our boy Ray's house in like 2007. I went up there to visit and he just handed me this CD full of beats and them shits was knocking. Like he is seriously like Pete Rock, Prime, Kumye, like all that. Like he's a wizard with sampling. Like the shit, it's insane. Like that man is talented as fuck. And his uncle, my cousin's dad, is the uncle who was hanging around the studio when Dallas Austin was like making all TLC's classic shit.
Oh yeah, yeah. You told me that.
Yeah. So yeah.
Hey, Joe, I just speak the truth, bro. I'm not about to. When I'm like, because Currency is probably my favorite rapper. So when I was rapping, I was like lifestyle rap. Like I'm not. You're not knowing what's inside of me. You're gonna get everything. I'm gonna talk about what I had on today, the chick that I was messing with that day, the liquor I drank, the weed that I was thinking about smoking that I wasn't smoking because I was in the Air Force. That's what I was rapping about. Like. So no, over Black Jag, I'm not getting.
He had a couple beats. He had a couple beats that would have been good for that. You could have got off on some of them samples, man.
Maybe so.
But yeah, it's kind of like how Rick Ross be rapping over the beautiful ass pristine Justice League beats. This nigga was making shit like that on a Dell PC with like 32 megabytes of RAM on a pirated Fruity Loops copy. Like the shit, and I don't know how the fuck he would get the samples from them fucking vinyls onto that computer, but he would manage to do it. Like he literally was the dude who used to go dig for crates to chop samples off of. So the man ain't even have high speed internet in his crib.
Man was RZA, huh?
And was making some shit. I gotta go break into my old Gmail account to find them beats that he was sending me like 14 years ago because them shits was fucking insane. like literally insane. He produced the bulk of a project for me, and the rest I got from this. This white dude in Iowa found my MySpace page in like 2006, and he was like some rich kid, and this motherfucker just started sending me beats and recording equipment. Cause he's like, yo, what kind of mic you record on? I told him, he was like, dog, that shit. 2 days later, I had a box from Musician Trend of a new interface, a new mic, a mic stand, pop filter, all that shit. I went and looked that shit up online. That shit was like $250.
Good to have friends with money.
Like, and this is like literally just off of MySpace conversation. He's like, bro, I'm sending you this shit. And I was like, all right, gave me the address. That shit showed up. And this motherfucker just started sending me beats. He sampled Queen Fat Bottom Girls for me. Because this old white dude I work with said, has any rapper ever sampled this? And I was like, not that I know of. When research, I was like, nah. He was like, yo, you need to make this. And he made it. And I was like I told him about it. He was like, you got any like samples you want? I told him that one, and he sent it like a week later. And I was like, yo, this shit actually knocks.
I remember that song. Yeah, that song was a banger.
That shit actually knocks. Oh man, all right. We got anything else to go over?
It's a new one of my favorite upcoming artists, Trapper Man Dale. He in Starlito Camp. Trapper Man Dale. 2 words. Trapper Man is 1 word, and Dale, Dale. Trapper Man Dale.
I was just getting ready to say Dale, like off King of the Hill.
Yeah, Trapper Man Dale. Trapper Man Dale. That man, he just dropped a tape, 6 Rings 3. Before you go to the tape, just listen to COVID-19. He got a video for it. And I think Hotel, some other song, Hotel, something. But COVID-19, if you like the COVID-19 track, then get the EP. It's only 5 tracks. I fuck with him. He's one of my favorite people that rap about selling dope. So check that out.
See, that's why I'm glad we added Feet to the show, because this is the type of shit I need. Like AJ, you gonna give me like, hey man, Sean Smith got the bars, but nah, this is what I need. So I'm about to check out Trevor Mandel right now.
Chuck said this person sounds like the second coming of Bubba
Sparks.
Nah, he a skinny white dude, bro. And he only reason I got onto him because Starlito, one of my other favorite rappers, so he featured on his project.
I won't be shocked if he was a nigga named Dale.
Oh, he a nigga?
Yeah.
Wait, I thought he was a skinny white dude.
No, he was a skinny black dude, bro. Light skin. Oh. Nah, he's a nigga. He's
all right. Well.
Like him and Starlito got a whole project together. That was one of my favorite projects the year that dropped.
I'm not giving you no off the cuff hip hop shit. I barely listen to hip hop today. You want to fire up and come an R&B artist though? Gotcha.
Yeah, I need that Trapper Man Dale in my life.
I guess I'm gonna have to go listen to this so we can talk about it next week.
It's only 11 minutes to COVID-19 project, so it ain't gonna take you long to get through.
I listen to Moneybagg Yo, all 27 of them fucking songs.
Hey, look, I'm gonna just tell you, I ain't even listen to all 27. I listened to the few that I knew was gonna hit, and then I got off of it. Like, you wildin'.
Hey, listen, man. If Joe can sit through all of Ology, which he hated, I can sit through all of, I try. But all right, yeah, Trapper Mandel, we may be back to discuss that next week. Are y'all recapping anything right now? Oh, y'all doing the Underground, right?
Doing Underground Railroad until Loki starts, and then we'll probably go live for Loki.
All right. I ain't watching shit. Well, I gotta get back watching The Bad Batch. You still watching Demon Slayer?
Yeah. I'm at the midpoint now. Yeah, I'm at the midpoint now. I had to.
You already got past. Are you at like the Spider Mountain joint?
No, I'm not there yet.
Oh,
right. I mean, when he met the 2 demons, the older, the lady and the younger boy.
The arrow and the kickball shit.
Yeah.
All right, yeah. I told you, shit turning up. I think I'm gonna just go ahead and buy, since the manga's over, I'm gonna go ahead and buy the complete shit and read through it.
Hey, who killed Sarah season 2 out? That shit fired on Netflix. Who Killed Sarah? The first season fire. The second season, it's a it got to be Spain or Spanish or something. But yeah, the second season just dropped, so I was watching it on the plane on the way back.
I don't even know what that is. Love, Death, and Robots season 2, volume 2 dropped. It was cool. I like the first season much better.
Yeah.
For you ladies, there is an episode
to
where
go
Michael
on the,
Jordan is in it. So if that interests you. But yeah, outside of that, we may be back next week. We might not. This is 5 weeks in a row. We haven't done this probably ever.
Yeah, we're trying to be on a more consistent schedule, so we'll likely be back next week.
Yeah, we'll find something to talk about. Yeah, Chuck already given off our customary, y'all's customary sign off. But until next time, 1,
2.